Hey all, Jason here, and I got some good feedback on the last video, so everybody's loving Drive Time University. So welcome to the classroom. What do I want to talk about? I'm just going to see Melanie's concert. So, and ironically, I've got her playing on my hard drive here. So hopefully you can hear me and you can hear that. We'll play a little bit in the background maybe. Her breakthrough hit is supposed to be Ceasefire. Can you hear her? Ceasefire?
This is another Sled Doggy production. If love is a battlefield, you better guard your heart.
Anywho, good stuff. But yeah, we're real excited. She's performing at House of Blues today for the second time, 2 and 2, and so really excited about that. And I don't know what I wanted to talk about is reinventing yourself. It's kind of a touchy subject for me, because I'm not sure if everybody knows. I mean, I think my story's out there for Beach By and everything, but I was married for 7 years, and I have a son that I don't get to see anymore, so that's pretty sad. But there was times in the relationship when like I knew it wasn't the right thing for me. Like I felt stifled, I felt like I wasn't growing at all. These folks were looking at me weird, like, who's this guy talking in his car? So I always explain that as it was like she opened an exit door that I would have never opened. I just don't come from that. Like, you stick at what you do, you know, with that Midwest work ethic where my parents have been together forever. So when I got married, I thought it was forever too. Apparently she didn't. So she opened an exit door that I had really never planned on opening. But when she did, like, I ran through it and kind of never looked back. Oh gosh. And then one of the things she said, man, I don't even want to give her credit. One of the things she said that always inspired me to do my workouts was that, you know, you're always going to be short and stumpy. And, gosh, I still think that it fucking pisses me off. So, a lot of times when I was doing my first round of Power 90 P90X, like, if I didn't want to work out, I would just think about that and how I was going to have to see her in court someday. And I wanted to... Ironically, I'm wearing a wife beater. I wanted to be able to wear like a tank top, like a wife beater, to court. And so, just in my own stupid little way, not that she would care, who cares, is that I was like, yeah, short and stumpy, eh? So that's one of the things that motivated me. But here I am 5 years later, I don't know, 6 years later, since the divorce and everything, and I'm going to check out my girlfriend play live at House of Blues on Sunset. I've been in, 2 or 3 infomercials now for the company, P90X, so like, I'm considered, I've been on a fitness commercial. I'm not saying I'm a fitness model, but I've been on a fitness commercial. Doing really well with the company, making more money than I ever thought was possible. I've passed $1 million total with the company, which was something I'd never really imagined. I have an IMDb account. I've been on MTV, Jimmy Nelson, thanks, shout out, for a TV show, and I was on a Discovery show, like, just stuff that I had never even contemplated. I guess it's the same life, but I always call it like my old life when I was married. So just crazy stuff that has only come to fruition because, you know, I took some chances and opportunities. I would attest that these things would never happen to you. All these great things would never happen if you didn't come from, like, a bad place. And so, yeah, it was divorce bad and hard and struggle, and I had to make all new set of friends. It felt like all my old friends were married friends. Yes. But if you don't ever experience that low, you're never going to have the motivation and drive and desire necessary to get to that high. So that's what's happened for me. And I just want to say thank you. Garth Brooks has a famous line in one of his songs. It's like, sometimes God's greatest gifts are unanswered prayers, you know, and at the time it was my prayer to stay together, to make the relationship work, do counseling, whatever. But sometimes the best thing that God can respond to is, no, not right now, I got something even better in mind for you. And that's kind of what happened for me, and so I want to thank that. Thank you for that. But what I'm trying to say now is, if there's something more that you aspire to be in your life, like, just do it. One of my favorite songs in that movie, Bedazzled, Bewitched, something, where he makes a deal with the devil, and, you know, he wants to be a movie star or whatever. And there's a song in there, and I think it's by 3 Doors Down or 3 Days Blind, I don't know, 3 something. And it says, if you want to be somebody else, then change your mind. And that's truly the only technique that I've used through all of Beachbody. It's like, I knew the man that I wanted to become, and so I just, like, pretended, like, what things would that guy do to get to where he is. I always used to joke around and say that I didn't know how to get to where I wanted to be, but I did know, like, the type of, I knew that I wanted to date, and I knew the type of woman that I wanted to date, and so I could sit there and imagine the kind of man that she was looking for. And so all I've ever done in my life is, my new life, is done the things that I was guessing that that kind of woman would be attracted to. More fun, more fitness, better income, more flexibility, more emotional, more expressive. And I've had some successes in that since that. So the overall message today is, if you want to be somebody else, then change your mind. It's phrased in other ways, fake it till you make it. You know, and if you're out there positioning yourself, let's use Beachbody coaching as an example, as somebody that's doing the workouts every day, that talks about the workout that you're doing and the way that you're eating, effectively faking it until you're the best coach out there, right? Then people are going to follow, you're going to develop a following, and you're going to do good at it. So that definitely works as well. And then just to shout out to Team Beachbody here, this is like the elite jacket that we got this year. So I love riding with the doors off. But at 7:30 at night in Los Angeles, it does get a little cold. What? It's like 60. So I had to throw on the jacket. So just shout out to there. And I'm really excited this year. I know there's going to be a ton of new elite coaches. Already 2 or 3 girls on our team have qualified for elite, so super proud of them. I'm struggling, to be honest. Like, point structure has changed, so I'm struggling to get there, but I know that I will. I'm measuring the things that I need to do to get there, and then I'm working on those. So shout out to Becky Brichette, Christina Delgado, Team TSD for doing so good and already at their elite qualifications. Way to go, girls. They're effectively diving into what they want to become, and I've seen their journey start with, you know, just themselves and working as sisters on this business, almost faking it until they make it, and now they're at the point where they're going to be elite coaches next year. So super proud of them. Alright, so that's the message for today. Thanks for tuning in to Drive Time University, and we'll see you later.